Welcome, everyone, to Minneapolis on the banks of the mighty Mississippi. Folks, we're in the shadows of musical transcendence. The late, great Prince, a zealous Timberwolves fan and native, would urge the fan base here today to party like it's 99, because Minnesota has had its best season in 20 years as we welcome you to the NBA playoffs, presented by Google Pixel. It's the first round, presented by ESPN Bet. From Target Center here in Minneapolis, the Phoenix Suns, led by a couple of Quasars, KD and Booker, taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves. As we take a little bit of inventory, a huge weekend of basketball here on ESPN and ABC. Tomorrow on ABC, it's the Clippers-Dallas. Meanwhile, a huge one tonight as the Lakers try to snap that 8-game losing streak against the reigning champs, the Denver Nuggets.
Has come in now with a full 18. Very difficult to defend.
As we take a look at our tonight's starting lineups, brought to you by Modelo. Booker, Beal in the backcourt, Allen, Durant, Nurkic on the front line, Conley and Edwards in the backcourt for Minnesota. McDaniels.
Excellent pass, but the big key here was the double team. Break it with the intelligent pass. He has to be considered.
Him and Malik Monk of the Kings, amongst others.
Keep an eye on Kevin now. Remember, like he said now, he can take you up the dribble, but where he is dangerous is in underneath the three-point line.
Ashes out at the buzzer.
That always cancels surprise. You can surprise, and they did. Unfortunately, the shot opened up, and this guy is not afraid to take shots from the side of the court. He can shoot a high percentage.
Out on the floor.
Now just keep an eye on this. Now this is just good ball movement. You come in, you take the trap, you throw it to the corner. Too far for the big man to rotate.
Let's take a look at how Nickeil Alexander-Walker is enjoying the limelight, brought to you by Corona Extra. Having a big afternoon, knocked down 2 early threes, and actually leads the NBA in corner threes made. And right now, pacing the Timberwolves bench attack.
Now, can you keep Minnesota off of that offensive glass? Now, this is just a great move. I'm shifting gears, split it high. There's the block, but now second chance opportunity.
He has put it all
Come on now.
there. You said it just a second ago. And that's the end of the first 24 minutes. Durant leading the Suns with 18. And at the other end, Anthony Edwards with a good first half. Edwards spent the latter part of the half on the bench. And Karl Anthony Towns picking up the slack offensively for the Timberwolves. Intonations from the quarters. We welcome you back to the NBA playoffs, presented by Google Pixel. We are here on the banks of the Mississippi in Minneapolis for the first round, presented by ESPN Bet. As we take a look at our first half stats, brought to you by Adobe. Relatively even in terms of field goal percentage. Neither team shooting the three ball particularly well, but boy, look at those other two categories before the bench points, and even those quite telling. Mark Jones courtside along with the Hall of Famer Hubie Brown. George Sedano joining us in just a bit. Hubie, we saw the numbers a moment ago.
Absolutely.
Minnesota has found a couple of buttons to press, which make this game different from the regular season matchup.
Agree 100%. You got to back up what they're doing, and they're doing it all with a lot of energy. I'll keep an eye here. They're 9-0 in fast breaks. Now watch, he's going to blow. Eat right into the middle of the floor. Absolutely beautiful. Now this is an area, once you shoot on the break, perfect. Now here's the second chance. Second chance points, 16-2. 16-2. And then as you're watching all of this, you go.
Hey, the first round of the NBA playoffs continues tomorrow afternoon on ABC. A doubleheader. Eastern Conference's top seed Celtics taking on the Heat in Game 1 of their series at 1 Eastern. Then out west, it's the Mavericks and Clippers at 3:30 Eastern. Out Minnesota. And the lead has been whittled down to just 4 points when we come back to Target Center. To look at tonight's fantastic play brought to you by SeatGeek.
Now, right now, you're going to see a man that's on fire here, very quietly bringing his team back. 15 points by Mark Creel. And then also the fact that he's making things happen also at the defensive end. I give him a ton of credit because very quietly he steps back and allows Durant and Booker to dictate shot opportunities, but now he's stepping out.
So it'll stay Suns basketball. Timeout on the floor with 5:11 to go in the period. Well, more NBA basketball coming up. Joel Embiid and the 76ers taking on the Knicks. Next right here on ESPN, then over on ABC. We cap the night with the Lakers and Nuggets at 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific time. Both games are also streaming live on the ESPN app, so you can watch the game anywhere, which we will be on the way to the airport, in the air, and on the ground after that. Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards pivoting with a display of immaculate footwork. .11 in the ball game with just under 7 minutes to go here in Game 1.
NBA First Round is presented by ESPN Bet, the official sportsbook of ESPN.
You'd have to go back to 2004 to put a finger on the last time that Target Center shook the way it has right now. The Timberwolves having their most successful season since Kevin Garnett was patrolling the paint here in Minneapolis. And
Everybody making the extra pass.
we'll see who's forced to make the adjustment first. We have a challenge on the court, on the call. Back after this. Time to check out this week's playoff tracker brought to you by ESPN Bet. Oklahoma City going to match up against New Orleans. Words.
Yeah, I just love this defense. This has been team defense all night long. And then the explosion at the end.
So after 2 games so far this afternoon, here's the updated brackets. One of those games in the West. Minnesota up 1-0 on Phoenix. Don't forget, on ABC later tonight, Nuggets and Lakers. For Hubie Brown and George Sedano, I'm Mark Jones. Thanks for watching the NBA playoffs on ESPN. Up next, 76ers Knicks. Mike Green has the call with Doris JJ and Lisa Salters.